ADTX, okay. It's an acquisition catalyst. What's up, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. You have ADTX. This one's moving on some agreement to acquire another company. This was a stock that we've traded before. History of making big moves. Not sure if it's actually going to rip though. I mean, I don't think the news is actually that good. We also have CC. How you doing, Baja Express? We have CC. This is also one that we kind of traded a little bit on the front side, but I'm actually a small red on it. I was trying to actually short it, but never really got a good trade on it. But this one could be potential. It's a larger float stock, but the volume has been great pre-market, so hopefully the volume only increases from there, and we could maybe see CC given some moves. I would say we could have some room up to like 250, 260, which wouldn't be bad. It is a larger float stock, so probably is not going to move as high as these micro float stocks, but could still see something. Looks like they announced a license and research collaboration with Merck for their drugs, and will receive $10 million upfront payment and eligible for milestone payments. So that could be good. That's good catalyst. What else do we have? CADL is another one. This one, you know, had that algo spike, faded all the way back down to the lows. I don't really like this pattern. You know, you do need to see, you know, when you see something like this, you want it to hold its highs a little bit. So then you can potentially see that curl up. But from here, it's like it needs to make a whole nother $2 a share move just to get back to that high, which does kind of ruin the charts. Yeah, so ADTX is actually a sub 1 million share float. So this thing is thin. This thing can move for sure, and it's also very risky. Something like this can you know, move dollars a share in just a few candles. CCCC looks like it's doing a double bottom. off the lows there, double bottom reversal. Hopefully we can kind of consolidate up closer near to VWAP, and then maybe we'll see that retracement back to the high at the open. Did you guys trade anything yet this morning? I think ADTX could be the one today. ADTX, okay, getting a bounce there. That was a nice break of 7 there, huh? I think we're gonna break 750. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah. I almost got 710 there. I think we're gonna see 750. I think we could pull back though one more time here. Come on. Things you don't want to be chasing this one. Just because it's so thin, it can really drop quick if you get a bad entry. It's also extended on the 5 minutes, so you gotta be careful. It could have been the pullback there. Oh, man, that would have been a good entry there. that 94 I was in? I could have got in there. Dang. I went down to what, 93? Ah, bad trade there. Bad trade. Bad trade there. Got in at 90. It came all the way down to 79 or 80. Tried selling on the ask. I thought the ask price was 7. I got filled at 86. Keeps dipping down here. Gotta be careful here. It dips down so many times here. I didn't get a full fill there. I'm waiting for this fat candle, you know, just to go whoop, you know, something like that. But if it keeps dipping down, you know, that's weakness there. It could come down here. You know, you could see something like this. Patience, patience, patience. Are you guys trading any of this action here? An 80 TX? I think the best opportunity since I've seen it was right here. Micro pullback under 7. Uh-oh, here we go. Okay. See a micro pullback quick. Whoa! Wowzers! What was that? Wow, that was close. Oh my gosh. We might still break out too. Wait till you watch this. We got the curl right back up. This is what happens when you trade these really tight float stocks. It's just like the panic can come quick. I gotta wait for it to at least close over VWAP before I can start looking at the reclaim trade. I literally hit the bid, like I bought the bid and it already flushed down to what, 66 or 70. I got it filled at 73. Quickly cut it at 63. Then we dumped down at 30s, low 30s. And I was buying at 31 and trying to flip it again. That was crazy. Yeah, but this is gonna be this type of stock just because of how low the float is. And the float's so low, it can swing from extreme to extreme so much faster. So you can get those big flushes and then the big rips. You know, and it's definitely gonna be a lot less clean. Let's see if we can get a hold of 6 here. Okay, cut that break even. Shouldn't have cut that break even. What am I doing? I thought we were going to go lower. We still might go lower. The 5 minutes coming right on that EMA. It can go a little bit lower. It can crack 6. I think we already did crack 6 actually. I don't know. I don't want this to be a fader too. This could also just fade. Okay, let's see a quick dip here. Maybe we can see another pop. Make sure this is back here. I don't know, this is tough. We might not see it till they open. That break is 750. I had a great entry there at 604 and I sold it. Dang it. Looks like we're coming back down. I don't think I'm going to trade this off the lows here. I think my next trade is going to be if we get back over 650, back over VWAP, and then we start to curl through the highs. Right now we're on backside. I mean, this could just fade. The volume seemed to take a hit after this false breakout. Or it really was like a triple top, to be honest. I got a $22 cushion right now. Pre-market, usually I just like to get a little cushion, and then I like to trade big size at the open, because that's where my profit factor is the highest. So my edge is at its peak, is at between 9:30 and 10:30. So if I can just get a cushion pre-market, then I can risk that cushion at the open when I perform the best. So that way, you know, if I happen to not perform well after 9:30 on bigger size, you know, at least I have a little bit of a cushion to kind of lessen the blow. That's usually my mindset. I like that because I like to trade market orders. I feel like I can manage my risk a lot better with market orders. ADTX curling up a little bit. I like CCCC, kind of. I really got to hold this level, though. If the daily on CCCC is at what, one topped out at 216, So we topped out only right there. So if we can get up over 240, which would probably be our next level, and then maybe up to 260. There's a lot of resistance on this CC. It's got a larger float. To be honest with you, I don't know, because it's on a, you know, overall backside trend. It's not really. It's got a lower float, so it's got needs a lot more shares to make a move. But we have some resistance here at 240. We still have yet to chew through. First, we got to chew through 216. So right now we're here. We pulled up to the high, 216. Now we're all the way back down at 84. Maybe we'll shoot up to 240. That would be ideal. 260, maybe. Anything after that, I don't know. ADTX is curling up. ADTX, and let's remove this. Let's take a look at ADTX daily chart. So yeah, history making huge moves here. Huge moves. Huge. Okay, then we have so pulling up here, but look how it's just as fast as it goes up, it can go down just as fast. So I guess our next stop is $10. It topped out at $9.96. So that's like the next level here. Very risky stock though. Very risky. Guess we're back in play here on ADTX. We're back in play. CADL, I can take a look at CADL in a moment. ADTX didn't look too bad. I did actually review CADL. I didn't like the algo spike and it did not hold its highs, but I can take a look at it again. Yeah, so the news trading higher after company announced received FDA fast track designation. Usually that news isn't the best. The float, can take a look at the float, but the chart pattern, you know, if you have that huge spike, that's like an algo news spike. So as soon as the news hits, all that volume comes rushing in on the algorithms, just buying off of news. And looks like there was no support, so it kind of ruined the chart. I can take a look at the float on Finviz, CADO. Looks like float is 15 million, so you know, pretty decent. It's a decently low float, but that, you know, the news FDA fast track isn't usually the best. Most of the time, it does not react very well. Or at least like to be a parabolic stock. Yeah, market's making us work hard for a little money. For sure, for sure. But CADL, don't really like it. You could get maybe a curl, like for the break this high, maybe 20 cents, 30 cents. I don't think it's coming back up to $3. I don't even think it's coming back to $2, to be honest with you. I like CC better and ADTX. I'm sure a lot of other traders are probably focusing on those versus CADL. I think we do see that break of 750 on ADTX. Because every trader that's sitting down is looking at ADTX and they're like, wow, this thing has made a big move before. You know, the potential is there. We might get it here, to be honest with you. I don't want it to break out before the open, as it'll be less juice. You know, if we just can coil, like I just want to coil here to the open, and then just see a nice dip and rip, and we can really explode on the high volume. But if it's pre-market tends to be a little bit lower volume, you might not see as big of a move if we break pre-market. And then you come into the open with profit taking versus people trying to jump on it for the next momentum stock. Yeah, sitting on the sideline, not a bad idea. I already broke the ice though, so I'm definitely trading today. We have ADTX too. Could be pretty decent. I really want to see, you know, something like this. That's what I want to see. And then, you know, just like maybe a flush out and then a rip or something like that, maybe. That's how you see those massive moves. Otherwise, if it just breaks out pre-market at the open, we're gonna see that probably because of profit taking. Have you ever thought about shorting penny stocks? Yeah, I've thought about it. Thinkorswim, or TD or Charles Schwab now. They don't have, a lot of these penny stocks are not shortable just because they're so volatile, and TD Ameritrade or Charles Schwab. So yeah, I never really got into shorting. Plus the downside risk, the risk of shorting is a lot higher than going long because the stock can theoretically go to infinite. Like HKD went from like 30 bucks to like 2,000 or more, something like that. And you can lose more than what you have invested. You can lose more than your account if you are shorting penny stocks or shorting anything for that matter. So the risk is definitely higher on penny stocks or shorting penny stocks. And yeah, just the thought of that kind of turned me off to shorting these versus going long. You know, inherently, I can only lose as much as I buy. So I feel like I have a little bit more control over my risk as a long. And it really just comes down to your preference though. You also have short locate fees to worry about that could chew into your profit as well. And usually you can only reliably get these short locates on actual commission brokerages versus TD or Schwab. There's no commissions, only the ECN fees. Warrior said the same thing, just looking at the chart shorting. I feel like I would have a bigger win rate long if your entry decent. Yeah. It really depends. There's a lot of shorts out there that kill on penny stocks just because, you know, these stocks are up so much on big news catalysts. and they're just overextended to the long side. But calling the tops is just so risky because stock that's already up 100%, it's like, wow, it's up so much, it can't just hold these levels forever. But before it goes back down to where it came from let's say $3 to 10, it goes from $3 to $6. You're like, oh, okay, this stock is not worth that much, so let's just short it at 6. The real price may actually end up coming back down to 3 eventually, but to get there, it may have to go to 9 first, then 10, and then finally come down. So you just have to be like super patient with calling the tops, being willing to take paper cuts and not holding it to a position against you, because that's how you can really blow up. Not add into a losing position. Similar rules, I guess, for longs as well, but just at the upside, it's just you get into a halt up, and it can resume another $1 higher or $2 higher, and that's how you really blow up. So and then also with if you do get a winner on a short side, you definitely want to hold it more. You can't really scalp to the short side. I don't know many scalpers that are actually shorting. Usually the shorts are, they try to time where the chart's starting to reverse back down to the lows, and they tend to hold that either and fade it for the rest of the day or a couple hours. And the way that I trade is like I'm quick in and out, quick scalps, and I feel like I do better with that just going along. Also because there's no commission, so I can kind of really scalp as much as I want with very little fees. But I don't know any traders who are scalping short. Like, I don't think I've ever heard of anyone doing that. I'm sure it's possible, but I've never seen anyone do it. What broker do I use? I use TD Ameritrade, but it looks like it just moved over to Charles Schwab. So we'll see how that works out. CMEG, that's an offshore brokerage, I think. Yeah, I heard it has very good executions, but there's the commissions that you have to worry about. So you can't really like take a couple hundred or 100 trades a day, because you'll rack up commissions and you end up paying like $200 or $300 in commissions if you trade 100 trades a day. But I don't know, maybe it's changed. I haven't checked that out recently. CMEG, let's see. Let me pull it up. Capital Markets Elite Group. Okay, it's making me do all this stuff here. Make a link like log in. Yeah, so it looks like CMEG, $3.95 per trade. See, like if I did that, like sometimes I take 100 trades a day. I would pay $400 in commissions. I wouldn't be a profitable trader. So, and you also have N0.007 cents per share on a monthly volume up to a certain percentage, and then they drop. Okay, so I guess the more you trade, the lower it is. But still, even if I did trade on that level, I would get charged $195 instead. I would still pay $200 a day just to trade. That's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't be a profitable trader if that's the case. You would need to develop a strategy that has a longer hold time to make up for those commissions. But it can be done. Yeah, so yeah, I went over this before a couple streams ago. ADTX is coming up to 7. So I do have some videos on how I scan pre-market, but what I look at is, hold on, let me see if I can get this break of 7. Didn't get a full fill there. Holding 7 very nicely here. I do not want to see this breakout. Please do not break out. 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 Don't do it. 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 Shorts are underwater here. They're going to be underwater, so it's going to squeeze through 750 if it gets up. The anticipation. I don't want to see a breakout because if we break out, it's more likely that we'll get profit taking versus actual people trying to jump in to see the break of 750. So it's really all perception, actually. If we consolidate into a nice bull flag on the larger time frame, we could see buyers trying to get in for the break at a high versus people trying to sell on already a post breakout at the open. Plus we'll get higher volume, so the breakout will be a lot bigger. But yeah, let's pull this up here. So here's my scanner, pre-market scanner. I'm looking for stocks that have a volume over 100,000. Oh crap, here we go. Here we go. Oh, nope, pulling back again. So what I'm looking for is stocks that have a volume over 100,000 pre-market. So it's gonna filter anything out underneath 100,000. I don't want to see anything. I'm not trading anything under 100,000 volume on the day, because usually that means there's no active traders on it. I'm not looking to get in before traders jump on as far as when the news hits. I'm looking at stocks in play, so already in play. So usually that's with stocks over 100,000 pre-market. My ask size is either from 0 to 500. I can really bump that down to 50. I don't know why I have it at 500, but I usually don't like to trade anything over like $30 or $40, to be honest with you. So I can drop that. And then shares, that's my float. So I want, or shares outstanding. So I like to trade stocks at least under 100 million shares outstanding, ideally under 20 million, but with higher volume, I'll be willing to trade stocks like have a higher float up near 100 million. And then after hours percent change, so that's just a percent change on the day. I only want to be trading stocks over 10%. Anything under 10% usually means that the market isn't reacting well to any news, or there is no news on it, or there's no volume on it. So I only want to be trading stocks in play. So stocks in play are usually gapping up over 10%. And if a stock has news, usually if it's reacting well to the news, usually the stock will pop up on over 100,000 shares on volume, and the ticker will be over 10%, and then I will be looking to start trading it. But I'm not looking to get in before the news hits. I'm looking to just start trading only stocks in play. So usually after the news hits and after its first surge in volume. Okay, looking good here. ADTX. That was a good dip. Looking good here. I'm waiting for the open. Waiting for the open. ADTX is looking juicy through 750. ADTX looking juicy. you guys' primary stocks, ADTX and maybe CCCC, INAB also potential. Keep INAB on watch. And I have CADL just in case. So those are my 4 stocks: INAB, CCCC, ADTX, CADL, primarily ADTX at the open. That looks the juiciest. It's consolidating near the highs, has a clear $0.5 breakout potential, and some shorts potentially trapped here above 720 up to 750, who potentially could be getting squeezed out. So that is kind of my rough analysis today. Day trading is risky, so nothing what I say is 100%. Only be willing to trade money you're willing to lose. If you're not willing to lose any money, trade in a simulator. All right, so that's it. Hope you guys get green today. See you guys on the flip side. If you guys are a new viewer, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys later. Peace.